3, 2, 1, go!
There's only 7 games to go. There's only 7 games to go. 7 games to go. 7 games to go. 7. Oh no, not if we go through against Napoli. It's not. It'll be. Oh, hang on. Possibly 10 games to go. I've ruined the intro, haven't I? Okay. Welcome back, viewers, to the Ispalian job. And today we have 2 matches, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again, of maximum importance. We play Verona in the league, and then the Europa League quarter-final, second leg against Napoli. That game is currently 2-2, and we'll come to that later. But let's start then with this game against Verona. Now, if you look at the Serie A league table, you can see we're comfortably top of it by 6 points. We do have a game in hand as we play on the Monday night, but we play Verona today, who are a team that have actually probably risen above expectations. In fact, what were they expected? If you look at the season preview, Verona, they're down in 12th position. We're in 6th. Both of us actually having very good seasons. But yeah, I mean, the key man for them, Emmanuel Lara, has been very, very good. He's very, very good. If you ever sold, I know he's at Real Madrid, have been to this pen, but you can't get him. Maybe on a loan deal, who knows? I'm scared about Dorian. I'm very scared. We're getting closer now to the edge, and I mean, what I'm excited by, he has ambitions to win Serie A. So I'm thinking, if we complete that ambition, he might want to stay. But he wants to move to a club with a stronger squad. We can get that if we win the bloody... If we're winning the league, we are strong. Where would you rather go? Juve, who are finishing 8th. They've risen. Oh yeah, they just started winning matches for a little bit. Right, let's run you through today's team then. And it's a team that will be familiar to a lot of you, of course. Last episode, Sebastian Spira picked up an injury, out for 3 to 4 weeks now with a sprained ankle. Might be back for the latter part of the year. But... for now, we're going to have to go with Tofty up front. Tofty and Tyser, I guess we'll go with for now. Bon Jovi just behind, Santano and Derek in the centre, Shaqiri, Barloco, Diaz, Scrivani and Bellanova complete the back line. It's a strong lineup for us today, and as good as Verona are, I would suspect that, all things considered, we should be able to beat them. Rico, of course, in goal. Has had a really good year, actually. I should focus on that. 16 clean sheets, only 25 conceded in 32. That's a really good performance. I do think the goalkeeping average ratings are a bit unfair. 6.91. I would give him at least like a 7.15, maybe. But I'm not in charge of maths, so we'll leave it. Who is in charge of maths? I imagine he's called Matthew, but I don't actually know. Okay then, boys and girls. What was that formation there? They're playing a 3. It's like an inverted Salford almost. They're playing a defensive midfielder with 4 across the middle, and then leaving Bonazzoli and Lara up top to do the business. Okay, terrifying. Okay, the games do begin. Moreno on that left-hand side. Surely not Alberto Moreno. That would be... No, it's not. Okay, look, we've got to win because things are getting a little bit tight. We've got games coming up against sides that I think can definitely cause us problems. Juventus being probably the main one after their recent little run of form. So we can't afford any serious slip-ups. Now, I remember last episode, I went attacking because the counter-attack, we seem to have been, I wouldn't say figured out, but teams are realising how to play against a counter-attacking version of ourselves. So we'll switch things up. We'll go attacking. Although this move, though, did obviously begin with the counter mentality. So we'll see what happens with it. Bon Jovi finds Dorian Heiser, who bursts his way into the middle, pulls it back for Tofty. Now, that is a conundrum. We've scored a goal on this counter-attacking system. We'll gamble, though. We'll go attacking anyway. 10 minutes in, they might think, oh, they'll sit back now. But actually, no, we're going to go at them a little bit more. 3-0 by half-time. Wrap it up. That's never happened. Dorian Heiser then bursts down that line, crosses it in, and Tofty, his new strike partnership, it might deflect. Forget about that, though. What's important is that he scored. So, cheer, if anything. Hey! Bit awkward, that, wasn't it? A little bit awkward. Right, well, since that goal, as I said, not much has happened, but we're on the ball again. Shaqiri into Derek, who's in a wide area. Bon Jovi, what a strike into that far corner. I don't know how he's pulled that off. 5th goal of the season. I mean, I said there, perfectly placed finish. I mean, yes, it was indeed. The ball played into him by Derek. Great little assist by Derek, by the way. But that shot from Bon Jovi, that looks right. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? A very good finish, though. Very much enjoyed it. And as we get very close to half-time, a 2-0 lead. It's not quite the 3-0 that was requested, but a 2-0 lead, and we're looking good. Looking very good. Right, half-time has approached. I think we're going to keep it calm. I'm going to say, I'm very pleased with the way things are going. Keep it going, and they all seem to have responded well. We'll stay on attacking, though. I do want to go till maybe about the 60 mark, and just keep applying the pressure. It'd be very easy for us to sit back and allow them to come forward, whereas so far, as you can see, shots and possession-wise, we're keeping the ball well and creating openings. Do you know what? I am worried about Spira not being available. But if Tofty can step up to the mark, then I've got no issue. And you can see there, with a win today, 9 points. The Serie A league table could be coming home. With 20 minutes to go, there's a corner kick. Derek whizzes it in, drops to Shaqiri now, falls all the way out to Bon Jovi. Dorian from distance, cleared sort of. It was blocked, if anything. Derek, though, puts it back in, cleared. Is it going to be a clear-cut chance within this, or is it going to be a chance maybe for Verona to break? Well, no, it's the highlight is over. Another highlight, 20 or so minutes. Oh, my God, it's found its way in. Oh my goodness gracious me. Jose Rodriguez, it was an own goal on 72. I was about to make some changes. We'll do that anyway. I mean, actually, no, let's quickly look at this in 3 dimensions. It's all gone to shit. I don't know what's going on. Right, 15 minutes to go. Kevin Lasagna is going to come on for Tofty, who want to keep fit now. Batista can come on in the centre for Santano, and we're going to bring Miranda on for Shaqiri. Keep them all out there doing bits. As there we are then. 3. It's a penalty. Hello? What? It's a penalty kick. Derek's going to take it as he steps up. Commit. It's 4-0. I don't really know it's 4-0. I don't really know what's going on. Just things keep happening. We know we scored the penalty, but what was the penalty for is the real question. Heiser puts it in. Handball, maybe? Apparently Bon Jovi was shoved. Okay, great. No idea. Nobody knows. 5 minutes left, though. We've made the changes. Things are looking good out there. And a very comfortable win. That takes us into the Napoli game now with a little bit more confidence. Actually, the game's not over, folks. We could score 5 here. There's a bit of a rout produced there. Oh, Batista scores 5-0. What a performance. What a way to almost secure the title. Of course, there's 5 games to go. 15 points and 9 clear. That means within our next game, we could make it very difficult to be caught in our next episode. Could be the title-winning episode. I guess we'll have to see. But there we are then, 5-0, looking very good, and that is now finally going to wrap it up. A great win, lovely little win. Do you know what, we've not been that dominant for a very long time. Well done, lads, a good win for us. Back on attacking as well. Some of you suggested that in the comments, and you were right. Napoli also won their game against Lazio, but there we are then, lovely, great win. I love that win. And not only that, but we qualify for the Champions League. Players, I think, almost demanding we were back in the Champions League. We've now definitely got a top 3 finish. 13 million for the transfer budget is not a lot, though, is it? And that could be a bit of a problem come the end of the year. We are going to rest all of these boys for this game. If I just do this and then that, we're going to give them a day's rest after that game, get them back to full fitness. This Napoli game, massive importance. Of course, we're already qualified for the Champions League now, but it's that trophy. We could have a famous double here with Spal. That's quite a convincing team of the week. We've got a lot of the places. 7 of them. Okay, game against Napoli today, and the approach here is so important. I'm not entirely sure what to do. We can't play everyone in this. If we were to do that, who do we have left on the bench? Sinise there. I think we probably want to have one of our back line on there. We'll probably put Munoz instead of Neto. We'll risk having a second keeper. The question is, do we start on this counter-attacking style, or do we go for the attacking style that works really well? There's an option, of course, away from home. We could start counter-attacking, but I don't think, if I were Napoli at 2-2, I wouldn't necessarily be going for this. As things stand, they've got their 2 away goals. I think they might be going into this quite passive. So we'll start attacking and see how we go. The team remains exactly the same as it was last time. I was hoping they'd all stay fit, and they did. Napoli, the favourites of the game. But if we get a couple of goals, who knows what might occur. And that, I said there, look, Napoli, not like to go for this game. Playing a 4-5-1, that doesn't strike me as a side that are going to go for this. Now, if they're sitting back and playing on the counter-attack, then this is genius from them. But I just think we can maybe force the issue a little bit. Okay, then, it's the Europa League quarter-final, second leg. It's 2-2. Napoli have the away goals, but we have a chance in the game. And with Dorian Heiser, anything is possible. First chance of the game, though, and it looks as if, to me, well, I thought it was going to fall to Napoli, but Tofty's on it. And it's quite nice having a creative player up top alongside Dorian. They can work things together nicely. As it falls to Derek now, who's a little bit isolated there. Doesn't really have the support of the fullbacks in this system to begin with, but Dorian's on it. Plays it back to Shaqiri, and Santano lays it back to Ruben Diaz. And a nicely worked move. Fullbacks getting involved a little bit. That's what we want to see. Bon Jovi slides through Tofty. Tofty from an angle scores, and it's 1-0. 5 minutes in, we're following the form up from that Verona game. Tofty gets the goal, and a great start for us here. It's Spal 1, Napoli 0. We're going to need 2 away goals, though, to level things up in that stakes. But regardless, Bon Jovi slides through Toft, and a great finish from him, left-footed as well, into that corner. The loanee from Manchester City gives us the lead. It's a deep throw-in from Napoli, and they're going to have to work this out. But they've only really got one option up front, and he's very isolated, and he allows us to win the ball back. And this is where the attacking system works so well. As Dorian plays in Bon Jovi, he straight away scores. 11 minutes. The 2 goals Napoli scored at our gaff have been wiped clean. All of a sudden, we're level pegging, but we're not. They've not scored in the game. It's 4-2, and all of a sudden, Napoli, the home side, they have it all to do. The question now, 10 minutes in, with these 2 goals, oh my word, Marek Hamsik gets blocked, Koulibaly laid off again, Derek doesn't quite get there, Napoli continue to apply the pressure. It seems as if finally these boys have woken up. It's taken all game though. We're 30 minutes in, but Bon Jovi steals it, and the breakaway, look at him go, Bon Jovi across to Dorian Heiser from an angle, Dorian lays it back, perhaps Derek's there, Heiser, Toft, oh, it's offside. Oh my word, it was electric. There is a temptation to go to the counter-attack now and make them come out a little bit and hit them where it hurts, but I'm not sure if it will work. That's the fear, isn't it? You don't want to change it and leave yourself open to being attacked. It's Insigne strike, it's got to be offside, referee, and it is. I'm going to do it at least to half time. We've got this 2-goal advantage, we've got a bit of a cushion there, and even if they score 2, at that point we're still not losing, it's just level, as these long throws are piling in, and it's a penalty kick. Ruben Diaz has given it away. As soon as I switch to the counter-attack, they get a penalty. It seems rigged. Hamsik, though, with the penalty. Rico, he's been good for me this year. I picked him up at the start of the episode, but can he save us right now? Marek Hamsik for Napoli. Marek Hamsik scores 2-1, 4-3, and after 23 minutes, this game is alive. Rico's doing everything he can to put him off, but Hamsik slots the penalty. Cool, calm. He's an experienced head in this Napoli side, and it showed there. I'm on the counter-attack, and I feel like I'm inviting pressure, and Napoli are saying, okay, then fair enough, as Rico makes a huge save. We're going back on attacking. I just don't like it. Corner played in, cleared just about. Are we going to get there first? We're not, and it's going to stay with Napoli. Insigne plays it back to Damian in the centre of the pitch, and they've got a little bit of room to manoeuvre here as he takes on his man, Ruben Diaz. Great challenge. Gave away the penalty, but not phased Ruben Diaz. Great interception. God, if it stays 2-1 now, I'm not sure I can handle that sort of stress. Another long throw. They're causing us all sorts of problems. Rico this time, though, comes in claims. That's what we want to see from your goalkeeper, taking the authoritative role in the area. And now we've got an option to work this out from the back. And we will do so, you'd assume, anyway, as the ball drops nicely to Santano. Forward towards Heiser. Doesn't quite get there, but Bon Jovi picks it up. And he's been great so far in this game, as has Toft, who scored our first goal. Bon Jovi and him combined there. Santano into Derek again. He's got options. Toft with it. Forward, he finds Dorian, who's, in on goal. Dorian Heiser. Huge chance for Dorian. And he's fluffed his lines as we get closer to half-time. We stay 2-1 in the lead, 4-3 on aggregate. At this point, folks, we go to the semi-finals, but man, there's still a lot of work to do, it feels like. Okay, I think at half-time, we assertively say, you might be winning, but it could all change. Don't lose confidence. Tofty, don't lose confidence, for goodness sake. Him and Dorian are, we've got Tofty a goal. I'm going to switch Dorian up to the poacher role and just see if we can get him that one chance. He's got all the attributes that just allow him to be clinical in a sort of first touch situation. He had almost too much time to think about the first chance he had, but we'll see. Switching him round, Toft can still play there. There's 40 minutes to go or so. Come on, boys. The time's ticking away nicely, and it comes back to us with some possession. Santano into Bon Jovi. Heiser. Tofty's in on goal. Oh, it's a massive save for Matthew Ryan. Flipping heck. Maybe he's in charge of the maths. I don't know. Matthew Ryan again gets back in there and claims the corner kick, and that's probably going to be the highlight over. Time is ticking away, though. 25 minutes of normal time left. We've dominated the game largely. We're still on attacking. It's at which point do we decide to go Italian? That's the real question. The time is just ticking away, ebbing away, and we're very good at keeping the ball. But Derek now, maybe with a chance to break again, and it's with Tofty, finds Dorian Heiser. This could be a key moment in the game. Heiser, Santano. He had so much time. He had so much space. He rushed it a little bit. Why? Okay, oh, no way. Corner. Rico claims, flipping heck. Right, there's 4 minutes left or so. He's just launching it up towards Dorian, and it seemed a little bit foolish, but this is Dorian Heiser now, the poacher for Spal. Matthew Ryan is unbelievable. Okay, with time not long left to go, I don't think you've ever seen me go contain before in the history of all these saves, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring an extra man defensively on. This might be a huge mistake if they score. Cine is going to come and play centre-back. We're going to play 5 across the back now. We're going to have Tofty play just in front and Dorian up top through the middle of the zone. We are going to defend now for our lives, and we're going to waste time whenever possible. Brilliant. Come on, boys. See this out. There are 5 minutes. Well, look, assume there's going to be a few minutes of added time. About 5 minutes remaining. Derek with a corner kick, though. And luckily, we are back to defend this if they decide to break, as the ball's whipped in. Matthew Ryan claims, and I suspect that'll be the highlight over. And now, this is the key moment. The time must ebb away. There's 15 seconds left. There's going to have to be an almighty collapse from us here. If we give the ball away, it'll go down in the history of our season. But Dorian Heiser, just run, my man. I don't care where you go. That'll do. And that's time. We do the, not impossible, I wouldn't say, but a 2-1 win, a 4-3 win on aggregate, and we go through to the semi-final. I mean, those 2 goals, there was that headed chance, remember that in the first half? If they score that, that's their 3rd away goal, and that would have given them the edge in this game, and they missed it. In last episode, you might remember it. But my goodness gracious me, that then sees us through to the semi-finals, and this series continues. 10 games maybe? It could be. We're now up to 9. Elsewhere, Tottenham, Juventus and Valencia go through. I quite like that now. I've got an English team, a Spanish team, and a couple of Italians in there, all of which are going to be difficult games. Harry Kane, at 30 years of age, is still very good. No Dorian Heiser, but still very good. Okay, we'll do the draw now, and then I'll join you again next episode. I'm not sure how the scheduling is going to work. We'll find out after this game, I would assume. But oh my, this series is getting exciting. If you're enjoying the episode, folks, do drop a like, as we are about to find out. If we go for 1,000 likes, why not? Aim for it. If you're enjoying it, drop it, and hopefully we hit it. Okay, here we go. This is the semi-final draw, and boom, it's Juventus. Now, an away game wouldn't be too bad. Juventus, one of the more difficult teams. We've got Valencia, which I've got to say, of the teams remaining, we start away from home as well, is probably going to be one of the kind of draws. So there we are then. That's going to be very, very interesting. We play Palermo, we'll play Fiorentina and Palermo in our next 2 league games. That could be a title-winning episode, so that has to be next episode. I think the episode after that will bring you, depending on what happens with the league, the Valencia games, maybe both of them, and just ignore the Juve game. And then finally, the final couple of games of the season, and maybe a Europa League final, who knows. But that's going to bring us to the end then. Valencia is who we've got. They're currently 7th in La Liga, and they're not having the best of times, really. They don't ever finish consistently. Kiki Flores is their manager, obviously the former Watford man. But there we are then. If you enjoyed the episode, folks, do drop a like. Again, let's aim for 1,000 likes, and we're loved with care. If we don't spend you until next time, things at Spal are getting very, very interesting.